I am having such an awful time today. Don't get me wrong, with chronic health issues and also chronic mental health struggles as well. That's pretty much my baseline, but this is worse than my normal, if that makes sense. It's just weird because it makes me feel like I'm like a fake. Is that imposter syndrome? I don't know because like obviously, these little snippets of videos or still photos that I post, whether you're talking about your struggles or not, you're not seeing someone every day and what their worst, looks like for them, whether it's from, a physical symptom perspective with their chronic health issues or with their mental health struggles. So yeah, it just constantly reminds me of that. Even like myself when it comes to other people, to not compare on or like online or offline, because you just don't know. You're not going to see it. You're not that person. You don't have their body or their mind. And yeah, it's just weird though, because then I'm like, am I a fake? Just because you can't actually see what all this is like for me when I don't have a camera on me, which, I don't really class myself as any kind of, content creator like other people that show a lot more. But even then, you still don't know exactly what they're going through. That's impossible. So yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I constantly think about, and I feel like I do talk about this a lot, but it's just hard not to think about when, you yourself, like for me, I'm always struggling. So it's just something that is on constant repeat. But I got to remember, I'm not a fake just because people can't really see what my worst is like in my day to day. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll even share this. I just felt like I needed to talk for a bit, even without getting into details. It's just, it feels harder than usual today. And I think a lot of it's like my panic attacks are just like coming through because I usually have high anxiety. So I like tip over the edge easily. That's not to say that you can't, go from low anxiety and like really spike, because you can have that happen. But yeah, it's just I'm always like up here. So then, yeah, it'll just be right through, and it's really hard to come back down from that to my high level of anxiety still. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a ramble, and I can't hear myself properly because I just did my eardrops not long ago. And obviously, when you have that liquid in your ear, it's going to be blocked up for a while. Well, it does its thing. But anyway, so I hope I'm not shouting. I might have to look back at this another time and see whether or not I even share it. But it's all just to say that I truly do understand what struggle is like. I've had it my whole life, and yeah, like overall with both, medical things and mental health related struggles, you know, we don't necessarily even need to know the specifics to be able to relate to things feeling really hard. And I just, I just got to remind myself that today's worse, but I'm like, I can't do this. I'm like, I wasn't made for this life, which sounds really bad. Like, I'm safe, I'm okay. But it's because it's so overwhelming, and it's just like, everything feels that bit harder than usual, and these thoughts will come through. But I just keep telling myself it's going to pass. Like, don't get tied to those thoughts, just let them happen and kind of roll through. Just don't attach to those, like, darker thoughts, or just like those thoughts that maybe you don't actually usually have, but then they'll come on during those harder days or even harder nights, whatever it might be. So yeah, I just want you to send I just wanted to send all my love to you all. As always, I'm here for you, and yeah, we'll get through these harder times together.